when their top wrestler isn't there for 12 months. You know, because it seems to me like other promotions let their talent get away with a lot worse. We all know what I'm talking about, right? You can almost get away with murder, I think, actually. But here in Ring of Honor, I'm kept away. Why? Why? Because I'm hard to control. I'm a liability. Are you kidding? I'll tell you the reason why I was kept away for a year. Jim Cornette, I'm talking to you. Jim, I know you're somewhere back there. Listen up. The reason I was kept away for a year is because I wouldn't suck up to you. I wouldn't stroke your ego. I wouldn't kiss your ass like your little golden boy champion, Davey Richards. Woo! You know, there's a lot of talk about the end of the world being in 2012. And that doesn't scare me, because if the end of the world comes this year, I'm gonna face it as Ring of Honor World Champion. You know why? Because when I get my chance, I will take Jimmy Boy's little champion, and apparently your little champion, and I'm gonna rip him apart. I am. And then, Jim, as Ring of Honor World Champion, I will hold this company hostage, just like I was held hostage for a year while I was kept from doing what I was born to do, which is create chaos, pain in Ring of Honor. Everything's gonna change, Jim. Because my name is Kevin Steen. I am pro wrestling's worst nightmare.
You're pro wrestling's biggest mouth. Excuse me, Kevin, I brought some of my friends.
One, two, they're not your friends. Nobody's your friend. You're the only friend you have in Ring of Honor is standing by you, and I almost took him apart too. Remember that, Kerry?
Yeah, that's exactly, let me explain something to you. That's exactly why Kerry Silken is here. Because you've laid those greasy hands on him, you've laid those greasy hands on me, and Kevin, in this position, I try to remain impartial. But I got to admit that I've really looked forward to tonight where I could come out here and look you in your fat face and tell you what I've got to tell you. Yeah. You know what? Are we in grade school? Sit there and laugh and joke.
You know,
that's
a little funny coming from someone who spent his career carrying a tennis racket, but looks like he's never played a sport in his entire life, by the way.
If you spend as much time in a gym as you do developing those mouth muscles and those supper muscles, I might like you better.
Really? I'd rather spend my time in a wrestling ring being the best at what I do, buddy.
Let me explain this to you.
No. I guess it's only cool for you if you spend a lot of time in MMA gyms, right? Right, Jim?
Let me just explain. I know you like to be gross and you like to be rude and crude and you stick gum everywhere. You're a combination of jackass and fear factor.
I was born that way.
But I got a little announcement to make, and I want to make it to you while everybody can hear it.
Please be retiring.
What you
Please
did
be
at
retiring.
Final Battle, when you laid out 3 guys with a pile driver, Jacobs, Carino, and El Generico.
One night for me.
One night, yeah. I was there at SummerSlam 97 when Owen Hart gave a pile driver to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Austin was paralyzed in the ring for 30 seconds. The neck injury that he got led to the premature retirement of the biggest star that this industry, this sport, has ever seen. That's how dangerous the pile driver is. And you know what? I managed Owen Hart. He was a friend of mine. And I know for a fact that he was sorry for what he did to Steve Austin. But you know what, Kevin? I know you too. And I can look in your eyes. You're not sorry one bit. You have no remorse for what you did to those men at Final Battle. Well, let me just tell you this, and then I'll get out of your way so you can go ahead and eat boogers or whatever it is you do for a hobby. From this point forward, we're not going to have guys carried out to the hospital. We're not going to have guys with neck injuries. We're not going to have guys on the injured reserve list not knowing how long their career is going to last. Because from this point forward, Kevin, the pile driver in any form is banned in Ring of Honor.
Wow.
Look at those two idiots clapping. Yay! You know what? You're sheep just like this guy loves. You know what, Jim? I'm certainly not happy about this, but I'll tell you this. I love how you claim that it's for everybody else's safety. You're such a hypocrite. You make me sick. Hey. It's okay, boys. I can still talk when they're in front of you. It's not for everybody else's safety. It's for your boy Davey Richards' safety, because you know if I hit him with it, he ain't getting up, and that belt's coming right around my fat waist.
Where it won't fit.
Doesn't matter if it doesn't fit, bud, because it'll be mine, and I'm going to hold this place hostage. But I'll tell you this, Jim, you can ban my finishing move, but you can't ban me, not anymore. And I will swear on my son's life, I'll come up with something, and your little plan, it's not going to work. Because in 2012, I will take, and I want you, please understand this and think about it. 2012 is the year where I will take Davey Richards apart, win the Ring of Honor title, and then I'll be a nightmare you will never wake up from, Jim.
Well, that could be the reality for Jim Cornette, but the immediate reality is this. Kevin Steen, the package pile driver's been banned. Any version of the pile driver's been banned. It's huge news. Fans, stay with us, because up next, we go inside Ring of Honor.
Want more ROH? Log on to ROHWrestling.com, the home for Ring of Honor online. Become a ringside member and get instant discounts on merchandise, DVDs, and internet pay-per-views. Watch over 20 hours of new video every month, including classic matches, out-of-print DVDs, and priority access to the ROH TV show. Interact with stars of ROH in exclusive Q&A sessions. This is the complete Ring of Honor experience. Become a member today at ROHWrestling.com.
A tussle between tag team tough guys, an injury update on Rhett Titus, and two champions collide later this month. That's tonight, inside Ring of Honor. A few weeks back, we showed you highlights from Greensboro, North Carolina of the 8-man elimination tag team match that went 1 hour and 20 minutes, a modern pro wrestling record. As you might expect, there's been some finger-pointing among the losing team.
Life, it's full of disappointments. And Briscoe Brothers, you're the biggest disappointment of all. Because in that 8-man tag team match, you left all the hard work to Roderick Strong and Unbreakable Michael Elgin, and we lost out on that $10,000. But next week on TV, we get to redeem ourselves. Disappointment will be no more. Because the Book of Truth always says that money does buy happiness.
Yes, it does, Truth. It does buy happiness. So leave that up to me and Michael. You see, the Briscoes, they sold enough chickens, took out a second mortgage on their trailer to get that $5 grand. But me, being the man I am, I put in a special call to my friends down at the Gold Club.
Okay.
Yeah. And they pitched in the money.
Beautiful.
No risk whatsoever. Just the way we like it, right?
Perfect.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have an opportunity to shut those Briscoes up once and for all.
I can't wait.
So first, we're gonna take the payoff, then we're gonna take your belts. And Michael, you better take care of my friend's money.
See, Briscoes, you finally let your mouths write a check that your bodies can't cash.
That pepper-headed Truth Martini has been walking around the whole locker room telling everybody that them boys cost us the match down in Greensboro, the 8-man, for the big money. Strutting around the locker room like a damn peacock. Now, Truth Martini, you tell me this. Because right there, we took care of Charlie House and Shelton Benjamin. We was in there some bitch by an hour. We was in there some bitch by an hour. And as soon as they was gone, you boys got eliminated. Now you tell me how that makes any sense to us. We took care of Charlie and Shelton, and then y'all get eliminated. It was your fault. And you strutting around like a daggone peacock, putting us down. Now, I don't know much about Peacock, but I know about some chicken. And we had a hell of a flock of chicken last week. Baby. Hey, $5,000. We put up $5,000. Your boys put up $5,000. Speak on TV. Get it on. $10,000 pot. Let's go. Put your money where your mouth is, boys.
So next week here on television, the Briscoes will take on the House of Truth in a match with a $5,000 side bet attached to it. Now, in 3 weeks, the weekend of February 25th and 26th, for the first time ever on television, the world champion will face the world television champion. Davey Richards will defend his title against Jay Lethal, and you will see it then.
You know, Jay Lethal says the world television title is the gateway to the world title. And in many respects, that's true. However, when I'm champion, that gateway is only going to lead to one thing: me kicking your head off. So he can be the best wrestler on television, and that's fine. But because I have this, I'm the best wrestler in the world. So I welcome the challenge. I welcome the competition as always. The Lethal comes down to one thing: you can tap out or you can get knocked out. You pick your poison.
The All Night Express are currently sitting on the sidelines thanks to a knee injury suffered by Rhett Titus at the hands of the Young Bucks. But the All Night Express are optimistic about their future.
Right before Christmas, the All Night Express, we were on top of the world. We were in the driver's seat. We just got the 1, 2, 3 on Haas and Benjamin in the Proving Ground match. We were set. We were training to take on the winner of that match between the Briscoes and Haas and Benjamin. And the final battle, man, it just really all came crashing down.
The referee didn't have any choice but to stop the match. My cartilage was all torn up. I tore my meniscus. I wound up spending Christmas in the hospital. You know what? The doctor says I'm gonna be out for 4 months. But mark my words, I'll be back in half of that.
Yeah, buddy. The All Night Express, we're not going anywhere, man.
Nope.
Now we got the target set on the Young Bucks. Young Bucks has a saying: if you hurt my dog, we're gonna kill your cat. Now I got a couple other terms we can use for cats to sum up the Young Bucks. We're not gonna go there.
Nope.
But check it, Young Bucks. The next time, it's gonna be y'all going to the hospital in the express lane.
Meanwhile, the Young Bucks are set to take on the Briscoes for the World Tag Team titles at ROH's 10th anniversary event in New York City.